I am so happy with how this looks for the Rangers. We have a pitcher, Jack Leiter, and he is a dude.
And while I do think his hitting is worse than Derek Jeter, it's not that far off.
You're not mentioning 2006. You can mention the other people, not 2006.
Oh, just because I bought the best soap doesn't mean your room's going to be clean. It just leaves it to where I don't believe that the Canadians had a shot.
I really don't like the Clippers just kind of sending it in when they're like...
Hi, this is Kelly Forbes with the Dallas Stars, and listening to Outsiders Opinions with Kevin and Austin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our sports opinions of the week. As we get ready for this year to end, we start to wonder what is this new year going to bring? But some people don't want this year to end, Austin, and that is what today's theme is.
Yeah, I do think that it's been a good year for a lot of these players, teams, owners, and all, but I think I'll go first. Let's start in the NBA. NBA is the easiest one for me. It's the Thunder. And it's not just because they won a championship.
Ooh.
It's also because of the crazy start to the season they've had. They're 24-2 to start the season as we're recording this. They're probably better than that after this video gets posted. But won a championship, Shea won MVP, and they had one of the best starts to an NBA season ever. 2025 has been their year.
That's a really good one. But I didn't do that because they can always look at we can get even better and we could stay in another better year. I went with Jalen Brunson. This was kind of the year of his breakout fully and just kind of his ownership, what he could do in the playoffs. The Knicks made it to the Eastern Conference final, I believe, or did they make it the second round?
They were the Eastern Conference final.
Yeah, they were in the Eastern Conference final. Jalen Brunson was a huge part of their success. And then they also won the NBA Cup. And I think that's an exciting thing for them and what they're trying to build. So that is why he's a guy that I think wants to live in 2025.
Yeah, that makes sense. What sport do you want to go to next?
Let's go MLB. I'll go with another guy that had an incredible year, and that is the big dumper, Cal Raleigh.
We're going to agree here. This was a generational season for a catcher. I don't know how it couldn't be Cal Raleigh. I guess it could be the Dodgers or Shohei Ohtani or Yamamoto or someone like that. But I 100% think it should be Cal Raleigh because I don't know if we'll ever see a catcher season like this ever again. And living in 2025, I think is a reasonable thing to do for him, even though he didn't end up winning the MVP or championship.
Yeah, it's still incredible, and it is a year that will be remembered for catchers. He'll compare it against that, so we will have to see kind of what he does next year with the Mariners as they try to build off that success. So I'll let you choose the next team or player.
So let's go into the NHL, and I'm going with another winner. I trust this is the last one. It's the Florida Panthers. You win back-to-back. It's the cementing of, not a dynasty, but a cementing of this team's better than most who's ever won a cup. And I think that the Panthers being here is deserving.
Yep, you and I go back-to-back yet again. I do have the Florida Panthers as my NHL team that wants to stay in 2025. And when you look at it, they went back-to-back, as you said, but also it was with Brad Marchand. There are guys getting old, and this is one more time that they can celebrate that win. And to me, that is why they want to stay in 2025. They want to keep reliving those moments of what they can do with the older guys on this team that are going to start declining.
Yeah. In hockey, it's hard to win. It's just hard to win. It's been a while since we've seen back-to-back. Before that, I guess the Lightning, but it in hockey it seems a lot more like dynasties aren't really there, because I don't know if we consider the Lightning a dynasty after only winning 2. I don't think we did. I don't think winning back-to-back is a dynasty. I guess the last dynasty
we talked about it with just how I think they were on the verge of a dynasty, but appearing in 3 Stanley Cup finals kind of put them on the verge of a dynasty.
Yeah. But the Panthers, after a brutal kind of run there where they made the playoffs and lost to the Lightning as the Lightning went to go win, the Panthers have really established themselves as a great team. So who do you have for the NFL?
I have the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay.
You have Jackson Smith-Njigba just dominating the NFL with passing yards. You have them signing Sam Darnold. He is living up to the hype. They are a top team in the NFC, competing for the NFC West. Now, we are recording before the whole season finishes, and that regular season finishes. Maybe they are the NFC West champion, or they are in the number one overall seed, or they're not. We'll have to see. But I think this is a good change that Seattle wants to keep living in, because it's been a while since they've had this many wins in such a dynamic offense.
I went with George Pickens. He got out of the situation with the Steelers, and now he's on a Cowboys team that truly does appreciate him. And I think this season is going to be the reason why he gets paid a lot of money. And that's always something that you look back at and kind of revel in, is the fact that, wow, this was the year that kind of jump-started my career more than just what I was in Pittsburgh. I think he's found a home, and also he's proven to the league that he can be a wide receiver one on a good team.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, it's tough. And yeah, Pickens, I'm sure, would enjoy it. But yeah, we'll have to see what else. Who else wants to be in 2025? Let us know. Austin, I'll let you close this one out.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening. Please let us know who you guys think will live in 2025 forever. But please catch us in our next video.